Hello and welcome to the inaugural match of the unofficial Rock Paper Shotgun Trial Tournament, organized by the Dota Chums. Hexagonal Bolts is the leader of the the Dota Chums got this whole tournament organized, and we're looking forward to seeing a great match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a great match. It's Team Building Materials versus Team Zoidberg, as you can see. You can talk and mumble too, by the way, because I can't hear you in this.
10 seconds remaining.
Icarus?
And we'll be seeing how it all
5
goes.
seconds remaining. Radiant
I don't know if
And it
that's
looks like
two
the
push-to-talk
first one
buttons
up
for you.
And it looks like the first one is Sven for the ban on Zoidberg. Not sure if anybody in particular is good with Sven. It's an interesting first pick, but I guess they don't have to worry about the normal massive carries due to them being, I believe, banned by default. Drow's out, Tide's, or not Tide, Timbersaw's out,
remaining.
Centaur, so we'll see who Team Building Materials ends up. I'm just going to call him TBM from now on. Who TBM decides for the next ban?
Reserve time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what their first ban is. And it's a Queen of Pain. Really interesting choice there, because I don't think any of them plays Queen of Pain, actually, to be honest.
Could be just, I guess, a general idea of trying to get rid of any sort of strong mid laners. I would expect maybe Circular to go on the mid lane if they're able to pick up a Weaver. You don't usually see Weaver bans, but Team Zoidberg may take them out. Jakiro, a very strong support. Great stun is going to be taken out next by Team Zoidberg.
Yeah, that's a Jakiro ban. That's a big shame. I would love to see him in this game. Oh, and Templar Assassin has been picked off.
Templar Assassin, actually, I believe, is a very strong... Kuja very good with him. Just a strong carry in general, but it really does look like the
there's a Darkseer picked up.
Strong mid laners.
That's the Darkseer picked up.
Alright, first up, Darkseer Team Zoidberg.
That's
So
an interesting choice for
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, yeah. No, definitely an interesting choice. I mean, especially for a first choice that they were trying to save that.
Yeah, I can think of a lot of other heroes you could pick, but yeah, Darkseer as a first pick, why not?
10 seconds remaining.
And we'll see who TBM go for next.
Yeah, Team Building Materials.
Reserve time.
I like the name. I like what they did with their names, and it's a shame you can't see Fate's complete name. It's Fate Amenable to Concrete, people, just so you know.
Radiant team pick.
Fate Amenable to Concrete. Good one. Alright, and the first pick for the Radiant, Undying. Undying, a very, very strong laner, very strong support, and will be great in team fights if we can get that totem off in a good place. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Fate actually pick that one up. He's definitely played with Undying before, and it looks like Nyx is going to be the second pick for the Radiant.
I think that's gonna be one for Micro, if I'm not mistaken.
Does he play Nyx very often?
I haven't seen play Nyx once or twice, and he's pretty good.
All right, well, that'll be interesting to see. Interesting to see who Team Zoidberg picks next. I feel like they'd be holding off a bit,
10 seconds
just
remaining.
for holding off on their main picks until the end to try to avoid
5
getting
seconds
counterpicked.
remaining.
We'll
Yeah.
see who we have.
Reserve time.
It really looks like
but,
it. But they can't be too
And,
cautious,
they-
because what if the enemy bans their next picks? So you do want some carry in the first 3 picks. And I see a Pathrider being picked up. I don't see him all that much. I like the guy. I hate playing him though, but I like the guy.
It's very good, and especially I guess in team fight, the tether is a real pain in the ass, and a Leshrac.
And a Leshrac.
They've pretty much narrowed. What am I saying? They pretty much narrowed down their whole support system, they might go. Team Zoidberg's fairly organized. They might go with just one hard carry and a whole lot of team fight and initiate. It'll be interesting to see who they pick up next after that. But I mean, Leshrak's going to be an incredible pusher. That's going to be something that TBM's going to have a lot of trouble dealing with. Just the tower damage from Leshrak's the Diabolic Edict, as well as just his ability to crush creeps. Bat Rider also not as effective as at pushing the lanes, but the flame or firefly, is also, I mean, just good for mowing down creeps. And Darkseer's his Ion Shell. So it'll be interesting to see how they're able to cope with that, and if Zoidberg's really going to be able to make the most of what so far is a very strong pushing team.
It looks like they're going for some strong pushes, maybe even a tri-lane, but I don't think so. Could be though, could be. I'm hoping.
It'd be a very interesting one to handle. And we have a Lich. Lich pick on it. It'd be interesting to see who picks that one up.
That's going to be one for Circular, I think.
You think Circular's going to pick up the Lich?
I think Circular's going to pick up the Lich, and I think Hex is going to have a surprise for mid. But that's just something I think.
It's really going to be one of those things. Like Hex, very much so. If he's able to pick up Huskar, then he will. So that'll be a big ban that Zoidberg's going to want to pick up if they can, in order to really keep him from dominating that middle lane.
Well, if you take a look at the enemy team composition, you can see that there's a lot of stun and a lot of CC. So I don't think Huskar would be a great pickup for this matchup. But you'll never know.
Yeah, who do you think Hex would probably be best? Or what do you think would be? I mean, because they don't have a mid laner yet. What do you think would be a good option for Radiant at this point?
Yeah, I don't really know what they are trying to do, actually.
Keeper of the Lights out. Take out Magnus.
Ban of
Not
Magnus
really
is a
bans, but
really strong ban.
I feel like you see Magnus getting banned pretty much every single game in these ones.
You should ban Magnus every single game because, yeah, it's Magnus. And he can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, pretty strong. Lich going to be very good support for Radiant. And we'll see who plays him. Very much going to be able to keep them safe on the tower. Not sure how they're going to handle it. If they end up doing a tri-lane, that's going to just be absolutely brutal.
That will be absolutely brutal, Icarus. That's gonna be nasty.
Alright, here's coming up on the next ban for Radiant. Lifestealer taken out. Another character that Hex is actually well known for being fairly good at jungling Nyx and being able to pull him out and be really something to contend with late game.
He is really familiar with the Nyx Lifestealer, but yeah, I don't know if they are going for a jungle lane setup. I think they are, but I'm still wondering because I can't see what they're going for.
It's going to be very interesting, and definitely TBM being very, very careful about their picks. For those of you who haven't played with us or who aren't members of the casual Dota Chums, you should get involved, by the way. But this is a lineup. Team Zoidberg has played together with them, or have played together quite a lot. Very well organized and very strong players. Team building materials on the whole probably at a slight disadvantage skill-wise. So really, the team picks will help out a lot if they're able to get an advantage in the early game.
I don't want to sound corny, but it sounds like their team needs some building materials.
Wah wah wah. All right.
No, I've just
taken out.
I've just finished looking at the Dota buff of both teams, and there are some really big disadvantages going on here. Seeing as Team Building Materials has a total of almost 2,000 matches played, the 5 of them, and Team Zoidberg has a total of more than 6,000 matches played in the 5 of them. So there is a significant skill gap, and we are, I just want to see how this plays out. Maybe Team Building Materials comes with some awesome strategies Team Zoidberg is just not prepared for.
Yeah, some major strategies, and you know what? I mean, if Team Zoidberg's going into this thinking that they're definitely the better team, and by all intents, they're definitely the more experienced team, but it might make them get a little lax. They'll play a little bit lazier than they might have otherwise, and this is the first match, so they might be on their game. But if they kind of like relax a bit, think that it's going to be an easy win, then Team Building Materials might be able to come back with at least, I mean, a good fight, if not a win.
I hope they are ready for a late game, because seeing their lineup, they have to pull it out to a late game. Because Lishrak, Darkseer and Batrider are just going to push those lanes like crazy. And yeah, they really want to prevent that, because if they get to push the lanes, if they get early towers, then it's over, and probably a GG for Team Building Materials.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that. I mean, Nyx Assassin not super strong at pushing the lanes. Lich definitely not at all. One big nuke, but really more of a team fight support kind of real hard support character. Undying is, at this point might just end up using the totem to try to hold off massive creep waves that'll roll in. Vengeful Spirit, next pick for Team Zoidberg.
That's a nice pickup. That's some really good confusion for in the team fights. Vengeful Spirit can fuck up any team fight by just displacing the carry out of the team fight and focusing him down like a mofo.
Yeah, that swap is absolutely brutal. And then, I mean, another stun. So far
another stun. We have a lot of stuns.
Vacuum, but there's a lot of stuns on this team, and they're going to go anti-mage. Good pick.
That's a really good pickup.
Team. Very mana-heavy team with Team Zoidberg. I mean, Leshrac without mana can't do anything, and he's going to have very, very high total mana throughout the game, and especially into the end game in order to be able to cast all his spells. Anti-Mage's ulti is really going to cost him a lot of health if he gets into the fight. Batrider, Darkseer, all dependent on mana, is going to be a very good pick, and the carry pick for Zoidberg is Luna.
That is a really good pickup, another really good pusher, and they are going to go for a really quick game here.
I think so. We'll be checking to see if Luna gets maybe some early points into those glaives, and if they just mow him down, it's going to be definitely a big thing for farm. And looking for the last pick for Team Building Materials.
Who will it be?
11 seconds and going in.
5 seconds remaining.
I have no idea who would be a good pick at this point.
They do need some more ranged.
They're definitely ready. We got Undying, Nyx Assassin, Lich right now, the only ranged character on TBM. Darkseer, the only melee on Team Zoidberg.
Faceless Void.
It's another melee as Faceless Void. Oh, this is gonna be a really nice matchup to look at. Okay, if the child picks up Batrider, Leshrac is being picked up by Taihim, Kujev is taking Darkseer, Tsukimi is going Luna, and Penguin is playing the Vengeful Spirit on the Zoidberg side. On TBM side, do you want to call those out?
Places, everyone.
Alright, here we are on TM. Hexagonal Bolts on Faceless Void. Fate Amenable to Concrete is going to be picking up Nyx Assassin. Circular Screws did pick up Lich. Good call there, Nash.
I knew it.
Micro 1 3/4 laminated lumber plan on the anti-mage.
Hexagonal Bolt seems confused there in the chat. I don't know if you saw that, but...
Wait, I'm faceless. Oh, that's never a good sign.
That's never a good sign.
Alright, and coming in, and I'm just... Who is going to pick up the mid lane for the Radiant? Oh, it looks like Circular Scrolls are going to pick it up. Oh man, that's a very strong...
30 seconds to showtime.
A very strong support that's now going to be just kind of off lane.
This is going to be a fast match. I hate to say it, but I'm going to call it. This is going to be a fast match.
It just, TBM not, I don't think well prepared at all, but we'll see if they pull something out that's surprising. Kujob running around into the jungle. And
Batrider, if the
like
child...
we're gonna have a tri-lane up top.
I called it.
Totally called it. All
It's
right, so
not the tri-lane I was expecting, by the way, but still a tri-lane.
Were you expecting the Darkseer to be up there too?
Yeah, I was expecting Darkseer, Batrider, and what's his name, Leshrac.
All right, coming in. Looks like we've got some minor connection issues with ZG. Just Penguin having some ping issues. But yeah, Penguin on the Vengeful Spirit is going to be up with the tri-lane with Luna and Leshrac. Definitely going to be a difficult one. Bright side, at least Hex and... Well, they're going to have a dual lane up top, but really, I mean, they have 2 melee units going up a triple range, and it's just going to be impossible for them to be able to pick up blast hits on this lane. I think the harass is going to be insane, and especially with Leshrac's split earth is going to just be brutal.
I'm going to interrupt you here, Icarus. I'm going to be really unprofessional, and I'm going to take a quick toilet break. I'll be right back. Carry on.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, carry on.
Grateful.
Alright, Micro watching for the ward placement. Darkseer runs in, gets the ward down. Looks like they're gonna drop another one, and we have 2 into the jungle. We'll see if this one's just watching the jungle, or if this is actually gonna block this camp here, maybe. I don't know. Alright, going up into the top lane, we're gonna see some real trouble here. As they come up. And on mid, Circular and Batrider. I'm sorry, Circular and If the Child. Very interesting mid lane. Definitely not what I expected going into this match. And here we go, going for the very early gank. Let's see if anything happens. A lot of damage on Fate. There's stun number 1, and there's a split earth, and they're going to get a level 1 kill. Fate amenable to concrete. Hex, knowing that this lane's going to be absolutely brutal for him. Not going to be able to get close at all for the tri-lane. Leshrac's going to be able to push him off. The other 2 are there. Just not going to be able to even get experience in this lane. Going to be just absolutely brutal. Here on the mid lane, Circular definitely at the mana advantage compared to If the Child. If the Child definitely able to put out more damage, I think, overall once he starts getting those sticky napalms up and gets his right-click attack damage much higher. Darkseer on the solo lane bottom, having a little bit of trouble keeping up, just melee against 2 melee, so he's not at a big disadvantage, and he doesn't have the AoE, so that's going to be able to save him some real trouble.
And I'm back. Thank you for waiting. I see I missed a first blood. What the hell happened?
The tri-lane up top, really absolutely successful. Perfect tri-lane. Fate and hexagonal bolts push up towards the push up top towards the and we saw a very early gank through the trees up around here, and just completely dual stuns with the Vengeful Spirit and then Leshrac split earth and managed to knock down Fate.
That is horrible. I hope they are gonna get better.
It may have just been a placement choice. I was a little surprised that they chose Fate over Hex. I guess Hex was a little bit further away, but also, I mean, Hex, very, very hard carry, Faceless Void, and a bit difficult to play. He's not going to be able to get farm or experience with how this tri-lane's going, so I think they were just trying to, knock down the guy who would be more effective in the early and mid game and not worry about Hex at all.
I don't think that there's gonna be a late game, but I've been saying that from the beginning on out, but yeah.
Alright, here on the mid lane, Circular Screw's getting pushed back, 4 stacks of the napalm on him. If the Child diving a bit, but really Circular just not able to do enough damage between his Frost Blast. And there's another stack. Absolutely brutal, gonna definitely, he's already almost through his regen. Batrider already completed a bottle, and this is going to be a pretty rough lane. Taking a look at Luna, 215 up, and let's take a look at Luna Vengeful Spirit did manage to get the last hit for that kill on the top lane, but Luna definitely up with his last hit denies. Animage actually able to keep up his farm on bottom. Darkseer getting most of his last hits as well. They're not able to keep Darkseer off of it. The nasty spiky ball of death, which I know the name of, Ion Shell, is proving to be really great for harassing King Undead back.
And that is hexagonal bolts.
So far, farming CS, just Dire definitely pulling ahead. Undead, Faceless Void, and Nyx still with 0 last hits. No gold.
I don't know if you caught that, but that was a really, really nasty death from Faceless Void.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I did completely miss that. Faceless Void got taken out up top. Did you see what happened?
I got it all.
Very sorry to anybody was watching.
No, that's gonna be okay. So I got it all. I have it all.
Awesome sauce. Alright, back up top. Just major harass. Luna obviously going for the Lucent Beam first in points. Nothing in Glaive yet, but she probably won't. Doesn't need to, especially with this tri-lane defender so well. There's the hit. Hex and Fate just trying to push back a little bit of CS. Absolutely nothing yet, and we're getting some attacks on the bottom tower. Take a look, XP and gold here. The Dire up by 1,000 as far as experience. And gold, almost 2,000 lead. Only 5 minutes in, and this is not looking good for the Radiant.
No,
Looked
this
bottom
is...
by any mage. Micro pulled the creeps back past the tower and was able to stop that push.
He stack pulled the camp. They really know what they are doing.
Alright, coming up top. Batrider picks up the haste. Looks like he might be going around for... well, maybe just an attack on Circular. Circular very low and with no regen, and this is going to be it.
Yep,
a little bit
that's
of damage
a
over
kill
time,
for
and that's it.
Batrider.
Batrider takes a kill. That's going to be a lot of extra gold for him. He's already quite a bit ahead of Lich. Take a look at the last hits. 11, well, no, 11 to 12, but that'll put him ahead by quite a bit to take down Lich's gold. And Circular's going to have a bit of trouble recovering the mid lane, I think, from that.
I think they are all going to have a really hard time.
Up top, looks like Brick has moved up to help out the top lane, but they just don't have the range or the ability to really push back. Only one stun. Hex still only level 3, doesn't have his Chronosphere. Fate with only 1 point into Impale, and now no mana. And they're just not going to be able to get close enough to really make a difference on this lane. Hex finally gets his first last hit of the game. A whole 30 gold, that'll be a lot of good, but now they're sharing XP, and this is going to be very, very just... oh
This is going to be a really difficult game for team building materials, but they might, if they just switch things around and try, like they're doing right now with countering the tri-lane with their own tri-lane, they have balanced out things a bit, and they have to keep on doing that and have to really quickly respond to situations. If they don't, that it's going to be a quick end for them.
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
I think so. The only advantage that they have right now would maybe be a bit more mobility. On the whole, units that are a bit faster than the base speed. Well, except for Luna, that Dire has. But this is just absolutely brutal. Mid lane, Circular just getting harassed right off the lane, and I believe we'll see the bottom tower going down first.
It looks like it.
Up on top, tri-lane pulls the creeps and pulls it back to their tower. Definitely in a very good position now. Radiant at least starting to pick up XP. And, it looks like Batrider's very, very low. Went in for the dive and didn't come out of it well. Circular screws, still no boots, not going to be able to catch up at all. And it looks like he's going to make it out of there just fine.
Bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Bottom tower getting attacked by Kujav. Darkseer really owning this mid lane, and it looks like...
a lot of pinging going on.
No, Michael's just waiting for the rune. We're to time 2. Not sure we're seeing here. Oh, going around to pick up Batrider. Does pop his...
Dire's mid towers have...
oh, we might see the kill here.
Is he gonna make it? No, Batrider's getting out.
Back. unable to catch up and pick it up. Courier in a slightly dangerous spot, but no, totally good. Flying Turtle, that is a cool courier.
That's
Alright,
Mercy
here in
the
the bottom lane,
Smeevil.
seeing some major harass. Alright, let's check out what the Radiant team. Oh, Greedy Greevil.
A green Greevil.
I like the green one. Green one's good. All right,
Well,
bottom
I'm
tower.
gonna take another look at Mary, because Mary is way better.
Alright, up here on the top lane.
Radiant's bottom tower. ain't
Dire
pretty
definitely
sight
not being
right
as
now.
aggressive as they were initially. For sure, Undying breaks movement up into the top lane from the bottom. A
Radiant's
major
bottom
help for
tower
the
seen
for the
better
lane.
days.
Bottom lane though, Animage having a lot of trouble keeping up with Darkseer. Not able to really, match the lane. It looks like he's coming back for. He's got to go back to the fountain for health and mana. Kujob
That's
really
a
just
sad
picking up all
side
the farm on
indeed.
this lane. Kujob picking up twice as much farm as Animage at this point. It's going to be really difficult unless they can hold off long enough so that Animage can really, I guess get the Battle Fury and then just AFK farm for 15-20 minutes is going to be
Bottom tower.
That's gonna be a
almost
hard
impossible
job.
for them to catch up. Yeah, especially at this point. Hex, level 5. Let's take a look at the hero levels here. Hex, level 5. Undying, level 5. Fate, still only level 4. Lich actually managing to stay up at level 8 in spite of the death.
Just got
but
overtook
definitely
by-
Darkseer making the most of the solo lane.
Dire's mid tower.
Things really slowed down a bit up here on the top lane. Bottom lane, deniable, but nobody's down bot.
It's gonna be denied.
Will he deny the bottom tower?
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
It is deniable. I don't know why he's not denying the tower.
Not attacking it. And Undying goes down up top, 4-man push. And it looks like they're going to try to take the tower. Oh, Batrider moving back towards mid.
Dire's mid tower.
Circular Screw's trying to push the tower while no one's there. Sees Batrider coming and pulls out. Very handy to have those wards there. Here in the bottom lane, Darkseer leading the charge. Definitely at a massive advantage as far as this lane goes in the early game.
Top tower's hurting.
And it looks like we're going to see the top tower fall to Zoidberg.
The Radiant
There it goes,
lost
extra
the top
200 damage,
tower.
gold. Luna does get the last hit. Very good carry control for the team. And, I don't know, see how this goes. Circular pushing out a bit.
Tower.
Oh, and the Frost Blast dies. Only one hit on F the Child. Let's see if Fate is able to finish this off. He is going to fly. Gets the fire off, and he'll be able to escape, I think, at this point.
Yeah, Leshfrak is teleporting in to save his teammate. And his teammate is flying off to base or towards the rune to fill his
Pick up the
bottle
rune,
and heal
pick
up.
the illusion. Yep.
Appreciate it.
And we got 3 on mid. If the Child scouting with the Batrider clones. And looks like they're going to roll around bottom and try to take down Animage. This could be very bad. Hopefully he'll pull back towards the tower. There's the pings. He's seen it, and I think he'll get out of this just fine.
Radiant.
He
Team's
got
gonna
out
take
of
the
there.
advantage right now and probably look to push the bottom lane. Luna now AFK farming in the jungle. This is going to be very rough. We'll see if more of TBM end up cycling down bot. Maybe the first real team fight that we'll see. 3v3 though, just not an advantage, and they're pushing out a little too far. Undead way out of position, going for the rune, for the ward. Gonna get dragged back through the fire, and he's gonna go down. Not nearly enough, blocked off by the wall from a solid retreat. And Micro and Fade are gonna have to retreat to the tower.
Yeah,
Not a good play by Brick there. Penguin here for support.
they're really making good use of their full pushing potential and are really taking down lane after lane.
Oh, absolutely. It's just hard for them. I mean, TBM not able to really push back in this lane. And we're seeing, I mean, initially it was a 3v3. They might have had a slight advantage, or not advantage, but it might have been able to do something if they focused well. But really just Undying way out of position at that point and got completely pulled out. Batrider, very good tether, and actually great use of Flame Break, the bottle, to try to knock Fate or Nick's Assassin back into his own team.
I completely agree with you on
damage,
that.
Not quite able to finish it. Up in the top lane, Luna's still doing work. 1 point in the glaives now. Haven't seen an ulti yet, and Hex finally able to get the farm that he needs. Still just very far behind. Finished treads.
But there's still a lot going on bottom.
With... Oh man. Alright, and back on bot.
Towers having technical difficulties.
Batrider doing the invisible spike thing, which is super annoying.
The invisible polka dot ball, or something like that.
But clever, not able to get too close to the tower. And really just Fate and Brick having to kind of just hide behind the tower and hope for the best at this point. Dire rolling around up top towards the mid lane. Circular Screws might get caught out here. They don't have any wards on the bottom, actually. Radiant doesn't have... Oh no, they do have one ward in the jungle when the Undying plopped down before he died. But no wards on the river, so unable to see that things were moving around, and it looks like the middle tower will be going down.
Yes, it will be going down indeed. They are giving it a final...
And there we see the Diabolic Edict. Vacuumed in. 2 kills, Nyx Assassin and Undying.
My best work.
Nyx Assassin, I think, not even able to get a single attack off, just completely crushed by that vacuum and then the AoE damage from the Diabolic Edict.
Yes, that was a sad sight indeed.
Micro trying to see if he can do anything at all, but not much. Not much really coming through. I mean, just Team Zoidberg really with a major advantage. Pulling Roshan out of the cave, and we may see a Rosh run right now. Zahim picking up an item from the secret shop. Just completed his arcane boots. Alright, TBM pushing as a 5 up the mid. Hoping maybe to do something here. Oh, but all Team Zoidberg is there too. Batrider goes for the scout. And, are those the same illusions as before? Did he find another rune? I think he found another one. Alright, TBM just knowing that they can't cross the river at this point. They don't want to leave just in case, but it's just, if they end up going across, it'd be a major disadvantage. They know that they can't compete right now in team fight.
Yeah, I'm sorry, there was
right
someone
now,
knocking at my door, so I had to open it.
Busy man.
Really unprofessional.
Alright, and Team Zoidberg pushing into the mid lane. Gonna come around. Hex really finally coming back for some farm, but getting pushed off by Luna. Luna been farming this entire time. Hex and Fate, I guess at this point, really just kind of and Anti-Mage. Just under-farmed, wasted quite a lot of time and experience with that.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but take a look at bottom. Somebody is going to get ganked.
Bottom lane, charging through Batrider, going straight over the fire. Looks like Anti-Mage is going to get hit here unless he TPs out, and it's a fail.
He did.
Completely failed gank, but that would have been horrible if that had worked. Very good. He did get sight on the ward over here, saw the whole team coming for him, and was able to bail. But now they're just going to end up pushing this bottom lane again.
And dewarding the jungle.
Oh, did they find it? They totally did. Yeah, they knew that he was coming, and very good play. Very good play by Team Zoidberg. Deward the jungle and plop their own down. See that he was able to get out of there and just look for the advantage. Nick's picking up more wards. Hoping to keep track. Their only chance of survival really now is just being aware of where the other team is at all times. Otherwise not able to compete. Hex doing a good job getting that farm.
Oh, Circular's getting...
I have to say, though, we're still...
Oh.
Middle lane, big fight.
Yeah, this is going...
Lich goes down. Gets caught out of position. Many ulti pops. Bat Rider flying through. Going to take out all the trees around here. Oh, no, and it drops. And Nick's able to get away barely, and the tier 2 tower will go down.
Yes, that's the
Anyways,
third
she's not able
tower
to do
for...
anything.
Radiant's mid tower.
It's the third tower for Team Zoidberg, and still none for Team Building Materials. I'm hoping
Dire's top tower.
they haven't lost all hope yet.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
I think they're still trying to fight as hard as they can. Luna warps up to the top tower to push off Hex, who is starting to beat on it a little bit. Not able to do enough damage. And Zoidberg will go down to the bottom tower with the creeps and try to knock it down. They're probably going to be able to take that one.
Radiant's bottom tower seems better. There goes Radiant's bottom
There
tower.
goes another
Hex
tower.
out. Taking a look at the hero level. Radiant under level by, oh my gosh, quite a bit. Nyx Assassin and Undying still only level 6. Coming on less than half of the leading players.
This is not good. This is not good.
Alright, take the time to look at the XP graph. Still only 5,000, so not a huge gap. It is early game though. Gold, however, massive difference. Only 20 minutes in, and there were almost a 13,000 gold difference. That's just almost unredeemable unless Team Zoidberg really messes up a team fight. Then this is gonna just absolutely go their way. Bat Rider picking up his Blink Dagger, completely set.
I was sure they were going to go for Roshan there, but no Roshan.
No, they're completely avoiding it. Luna's just still farming. And here in the mid lane, just scouting it out, dropping down warbs. Heavy warding. All 4 wards out by the Dire side, including 2, 3 sentries.
Yes, there are a lot of sentry wards around here.
Very aggressive warding, very much keeping Nyx down. And Radiant only able to put down 1, really. No idea where the team's at, and it looks like we may see Roche finally. And there they go, all at once.
Yes, they're going, all of them. And I'm wondering if the Radiant is having any clue what's going on.
Radiant
Doesn't look
probably
like
assuming
it.
since they're not getting killed that there's a Roche play, but they're not going to be able to do anything about it.
No, these guys are happy with all the farm they can grab.
Roche is done for thanks to the Dire.
Roshan falls. Luna picks up the Aegis. As expected, she's going to go to farm a massive creep stack. Well, 3 or 4. And I didn't see who was stacking those the whole time. Does she have? Oh, she has Helm of the Dominator. Okay, so Luna's been stacking with a Centaur, I believe. I don't know, Dark Troll Warlord, whatever. But gonna farm up all these guys, another massive gold advantage, and maybe do something with her helm, or we'll see what she goes for next. Going to be a lot of gold. Radiant not able to stack their ancients at all. Not that it would matter at this point. Micro still hasn't completed his Battle Fury. Very low on farm. Hexagonal bolts, an ogre club, but really just she's finished his power charge, and that's about it. First Chronosphere of the game, and we see the Lich ulti go out. Pretty useful one. You might be able to finish off Taim.
2 down.
If the child goes down, good Lich ulti, but will they be able to complete 3 kills? Alright, well, 3 kills go to the Radiant.
That was a really nice team
Nice
fight.
little advantage for them. That worked out very well for them. Lich, good job there with the ulti, and Rid just got placed well. Hex managed to get that Chronosphere off, and really just locked them down for the team. Big problem that they've been having, especially with Bat Riders, the mobility actually, and this is where I screwed up at the beginning of the match. The mobility for Zoidberg is definitely way greater
Yes.
at this point. And Penguin rolling the top lane down a little bit. It's going to pull out. And here comes Taim. And Kudav. And it looks like they're going to do a hard push for the 4. All 4 of their I guess all of these guys, maybe not. No, and Darkseer included, just massively good at pushing the creeps. This tower is going to get absolutely rolled. TBM moving upwards. See if they can handle it. Luna still just farming her butt off. And looks like we're going to see another fight here.
Breaking down the radiant structures.
TBM pushed a little closer by Bad Rider's stun, and Leshrac goes down. Very good block by Nyx. Hex managed to get a stun on Kuja. Undying pops the ulti. Luna ulti gonna come in. Wasted a lot of shots on the creeps. Brick gets frozen down, and he's gonna go down. Able to take the tower. Circular Screws knocked out. Got caught out. Get stuck, and it looks like the two carries are gonna survive for now. But they're not gonna be able to stop this major push. Creeps are gonna just get completely dissolved, and they'll start to melt the tower. Luna back up top.
I think this is gonna be GG.
Trying for the ulti, but just not enough damage. Yeah, I agree. They're going to be able to knock down this tower. Here comes the creep wave.
They're taking the racks with him.
Definitely going to be able to.
They're not going to stop this push. They're going to force out a GG.
There's the Chronosphere.
There's a Chronosphere.
Looks like they're just trying to buy some time. Up come the zombies. Those are certainly going to be annoying, but you know, even the zombies not able to really compete with the amount of AoE damage that this team's able to put out. And we see the pull. Animage goes down. Brick very low. Looks like he's going to take the hit. Lich's ulti bouncing around between just too many creeps. Unable to do it. Brick's going to get out, but he really needs to pull back and heal up. Circular, pull back, man. You don't have enough to do. I think only 1 point in the armor. And Brick's going to get dragged out into the middle of the enemy team and go down. Up 15-5, and they've taken the top racks. Look for a second there like they may have been able to blunt the assault, but they just weren't able to complete.
And that's the GG from...
moves up top, and...
It's the GG from Team Building Materials. It was a good game.
Alright, Team Building Materials, knowing that they were completely down, managed to hold off for about 25 minutes. It was close, guys. Definitely a friendly match, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Bad picks at the beginning for TBM, just not able power that ZG had.
You are cutting out there, Icarus.
Somebody's on a roll.
There's something wrong with your internet, I think, Icarus, because I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah.
There goes the Radiance mid-rag. Didn't make it. Radiance mid-tower could use a hand.
Well, as you can see, Dire is taking down Radiant's base. And by the way, Team Building Materials still not disconnecting, just staying in their base and yeah, giving their enemy the first win of this tournament. I just heard Mr. Icarus' client is crashing, but that's not too bad. We're at the end of this match anyway. I'm gonna thank everyone for watching. This was a one out of many matches played in this tournament. The casual Dota Chums. This was one of the test matches. My name is Nashua. My co-hoster was Mr. Icarus. Too bad he cut out right before the end. I'm gonna say GG and have a good night.
Someone's dropped out like a kid in school.